Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video, let us learn the section formula, that is the introduction part for exercise 7.2 from chapter 7 coordinate geometry. In my previous videos, I have completed the distance formula examples 1 to 5 and exercise 7.1 from the same chapter. If you have not watched these videos, do find the link in the description box below or click the I button Unacademy. So now quickly let us begin with the video. Section 7.3 from chapter 7 coordinate geometry is section formula. So here we are going to learn about section formula. So let me first explain you what do you mean by section formula. So whenever we are given 2 points such as point A and point B, and the coordinates of point A are x1, y1 and coordinates of point B are x2, y2. So let us join these 2 points. Previously we have learned a distance formula where we found out the distance between any 2 points such as A and B. So in this section formula, for example, if you have a point anywhere in between these 2 points, for example, if you have a point P here with coordinates x, y, so this point P divides this line AB in the ratio, for example, M1, M2. So this point P will divide the line AB in a ratio. It can be 1:2, 2:3 or 3:4, anything it can be. So let us assume it to be, it divides in the ratio M1 and M2. So therefore we can say that this point P divides the line AB in the ratio M1 and M2. So we can write PA by PB is equal to M1 by M2, right? This is how we write the ratio. So here given us point A and point B and its coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2, and also they will give us the ratio in which this point P divides the line AB. So we have to find out the coordinates of the point P, that is the x coordinate can be given as x is equal to M1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this will be the x coordinate formula, and for the y coordinate similarly we can write m1 into y2 plus m2 into y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is how we obtain the coordinates of point P, which is called as the section formula. So you guys have to know these 2 formulas to determine the coordinate of any point P which divides a line AB in the ratio m1 and m2. So let us see the derivation of this section formula. Now let us consider x-axis and y-axis so that you will have a better understanding. So for example, if this is an x-axis, x and x dash, and this is y and y dash. So let this be the origin. So now let us consider 2 points A and B on this x-axis and y-axis with coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2. So let us join a line to the 2 points AB. So now consider another point P between the A and B given by coordinates x, y. Now this point P divides AB internally in the ratio M1, M2. In your textbook there is also an example given. So please go through that example also so that you will have a better understanding of what I'm going to teach you here, how to derive a section formula. So since this point P divides the line AB in ratio M1 is to M2, so therefore we can write PA by PB is equal to M1 divided by M2. So now let us draw the perpendiculars from this point A, P and B. Let us name this perpendicular as R, S and T to the x-axis. Also let us draw now AQ and PC parallel to x-axis. So let us name it as AQ and PC. So here you can observe there are 2 triangles formed, that is triangle PAQ and triangle BPC. So these are the 2 triangles which are formed, and these 2 triangles will be similar. How? We have drawn the perpendiculars to the x-axis. So therefore these perpendiculars will make a 90 degree with an x-axis, right? Similarly here at Q it makes a 90 degree in both the triangles, and also we can see that a transversal between the 2 parallel lines, therefore these 2 angles will be corresponding angles. whenever there is a transversal between two parallel lines, then two corresponding angles are formed. So these are the two corresponding angles equals. Similarly, we have two parallel lines here and there is a transversal AB. Therefore, we obtain these two angles, that is corresponding angle 1 and angle 2 will be equal, which are corresponding. Similarly, here PQA will be 90 degree and here BCP will also be 90 degree. Therefore, we can say by angle similarity criteria, triangle PAQ and triangle BPC are similar. So write down by angle similarity criteria, we can say that triangle PAQ is similar to triangle BPC. If the two triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides will be equal. Therefore, PA by BP, that is the first side, is equal to the second corresponding sides, that is AQ by PC, is equal to the third corresponding sides, that is PQ by BC. So now coming back to the figure, here if you notice AQ, now how to find out the value of AQ. So now since AQ is parallel to x-axis, we will consider only the x coordinates here. To find out the distance AQ, first of all let us see what is the distance between the origin to point A. Okay, the origin to the point A, what is the x value? The coordinate of point A is x1, right? Now similarly, let us take the distance from origin to Q. So what is the x coordinate at Q? The coordinates of Q will also be equal to the coordinates of P. What is the coordinate of point P at Q? It is x. So we will write here x. So the distance of AQ will be x minus x1, right? So AQ will be x minus x1. Now similarly, let us find out the distance PC. Now to find out the distance PC, again since this is parallel to x-axis, so we will consider the x coordinate. From the origin to point P, we have found out the distance is x, right? Now again the origin to the point C, what is the distance at C? The coordinate of x is same as x coordinate of B, which is x2. So this distance will be again x2. To find out PC, we have to take the distance from the origin to P minus the distance from origin to C. So this will be x minus x2. So PC will be how much? X minus x2. Here coming back to the corresponding sides, we know already the PA value, which is equal to M1. Now we found out AQ and PC value, right? Again PB value is equal to M2. Now we have to find out PQ and BC. Now what is the value of a PQ? Since it is parallel to y-axis, now we will consider the y coordinates at point P and point Q. So at point P, which is the y coordinate, it is y. So at point P, what is the distance from the origin to the point P is y, right? So at point Q, what is the y coordinate? It is same as the a coordinate, which is y1. So this distance will be y1. So therefore PQ will be y minus y1, right? So this PQ distance will be y minus y1. Similarly, let us find out BC distance. Again here this is parallel to y-axis. So what is the distance between point B to the origin? It is the y coordinate of point B. It is y2. So this distance is y2 minus, what is the distance between from point C to origin we have to take. So at point C, what is the y coordinate? It is same as the y coordinate of point P, which is y, right? So this is y. The distance BC is given by y2 minus y, right? So let us substitute all the values in this corresponding sides which we have written of the similar triangles. So PA is given by M1 divided by PB, or BP is same, which is equal to M2, equal to, what is AQ value we found out? AQ is x minus x1 divided by PC value is x minus x2 is equal to PQ value we found out to be y minus y1 divided by BC value is y2 minus y. Here PC is x2 minus x, the larger side minus the smaller side. So it is not x minus x2, it is x2 minus x. So here we will take x2 minus x. Now you can observe that we have m1 by m2 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y. Now if we want to find out the x point, then we have to consider this first and second part, and if we want the value of y, then we have to consider the first and third part. Now let us take the first and second part to find out the x value. So m1 by m2 is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x. So let us cross multiply here. So we will have m1 into x2 minus x is equal to m2 into x minus x1. So multiplying m1 into x2 minus m1 into x is equal to m2 into x minus m2 into x1. So let us send this m1x to right hand side and let us bring this m2x1 to left hand side, right? So m1x2, this minus m2x1 comes to the left hand side to become plus m2x1 equal to m2x. Now bring this m1x to right hand side, so this will become plus m1x. So m1x2 plus m2x1 is equal to, taking x outside common, we will be left with m1 plus m2. Now send this m1 plus m2 to the left hand side. Therefore x can be written as m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So we got the x value. Similarly, when you equate this first and third part, you will get y value, which is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So this is how we obtain the coordinates of point P, which divides two points AB in the ratio m1 m2. The coordinates of point P can be written as, the coordinate x can be written as m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, and the y coordinate is written as m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is basically called as the section formula, which divides a point A given as x1 y1 and point B with coordinates x2 y2 in the ratio m1 is to m2. So this is nothing but the section formula. There is also a special case. So this is the condition whenever a point P divides a line AB in the ratio m1 is to m2. So if this point P forms the midpoint of a line AB, then it divides this line AB in equal ratio, that is 1 is to 1. So therefore here what will be the m1 value will be 1 and m2 value will also be equal to 1. So when this m1 and m2 value becomes 1, and if we substitute in this section formula, then we will get 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 divided by 1 plus 1, and the y coordinate will be again 1 into x2 plus 1 into y1 divided by 1 plus 1. So this formula will be reduced to x1 plus x2 divided by 2 comma x1 plus x2 divided by 2. This will be the case whenever a point P forms the midpoint of a line AB. So this is the derivation for the section formula. If you have any further doubts, do comment me below in the comment section. In my next video, I'll be solving example 6 from chapter 7 coordinate geometry. So till then, do like my video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button below to get the latest updates of my videos, as I'll be completing the whole syllabus for class 10th SLC and CERT Math. And also do watch the related videos of chapter 7 coordinate geometry shown on the screen. Thank you.